most important people in your life are your children and your grandchildren.
Don't hide anything from each other. Uzabona nizophila calmly, kamnandi.
You've got to talk to each other.
It's when you come home from work and you've had a bad day and you realize you're home. Just that pure excitement.
I first noticed her when she was walking away from me because she's got a nice caravan at the back. But I really met her as a student at Wits. She was fine arts student. She was painting and dancing and all that. And I was a law student. And I was singing at night in a coffee bar. And we met in a musical at Wits.
It was 1962, and the show was called The Vagabond King, and we were both cast in the back row. So we could easily misbehave, and Des could give me a little kiss every now and then.
But I was dressed as a horse at the time.
And then after rehearsals, we used to go across the road to the Shakaza coffee bar, and Des used to play his guitar and sing some folk songs, and we all, the rest of the cast, used to come and listen to him. And really, that's how we became close friends. I come from a very large family. I'm one of 7 children. And somehow, they all just assumed that now Des and Dawn were going to be together. And so everyone just started referring to us as Des and Dawn. But then I went to America for a year on a scholarship and left him behind. So he was very upset. But I did come back.
We went to a party, and then I said to her, will you be my girlfriend? And she said, yes. And then it took about another week, and I said, will you marry me? And she said, you better ask my father.
In those days, it was quite formal. So he did. He went to see my father, and my father poured some of his best cognac and said, well, you know, let's talk about how you can look after my daughter. Meantime, of course, he was only too happy to get rid of me because he had so many other children.
But Dawn's mother said, the same day, she said, don't listen to him, referring to her husband. She said, just take it for granted. Yes, you can marry Dawn. So I'm the lucky guy.
And then we decided that we would go on tour all around South Africa together, because there was no television in those days. And so to get known, you had to go on the road.
And we went everywhere on this tour. And it was one way in which we could earn a living and have fun and play music and sing together. But it got bigger than that. We decided to go into theatre. And we went into a big theatre in town called the Brook Theatre, and we did a show which was called String Along Folk. And that was an amazing experience because it taught us a lot about theatre. And that's how we both hooked into doing theatre for ourselves. I think when you make space in your life for new human beings, children, it's a whole new ballgame, it's a whole new book to open.
I think it is very difficult and disruptive when you're in the kind of business we were in, which is a 2-person show that often involved touring and being out of town.
The most important people in your life are your children. And funny enough, your grandchildren. We've learned that very recently.
When they were very small, we took them with us. But when they were at school, then luckily we had my mom, and she would move into the house, and she was very close to them. They called her Grandel. And she would be able to be there if we were away for a week or 10 days. So it was quite stressful. It was quite difficult to kind of balance having children and still maintaining a professional career.
Our son Josh, he learnt everything before the age of 5 that was in show business for 2 people with guitars. And he always says it. He says it was the most fantastic place to grow up. Showbiz. We
actually worked together very, very well. because I'm an extremely good organizer. So I organize all our shows and liaise with all the clients and the producers. And Des does all the technical side, and he writes the lyrics for songs that we perform. And he's got a studio, and he does all the lights and the sound. So we don't clash in that respect, which I think is one of the secrets, of our marriage being successful.
Dawn's personality is very strong. She knows what she wants. She gets everything she wants eventually. She never gives up on a project. She's tough, but she's also the softest, most loving person in the world. And therefore, it's a perfect combination for me. And it is romantic.
And Des has got a very quick temper. So
Me?
Yes, you.
Me?
So he often explodes, like something's irritated him and he'll just start shouting. And I've had to learn just to, say, I can hear you better if you just talk. And then it's all over, in a flash.
I think the most important ingredient in a relationship, especially a marriage, is tolerance. If you get really mad with your partner, you've got to find a way through that and around it. We actually believe in resolving things and walking carefully while we resolve them, and then when it's resolved, back to square one, and we're building again.
I think a lot of marriages break up because the partners grow apart, especially if the man is the one who's in business and working and climbing the corporate ladder, and the woman is at home with the children. And I think it's up to both the partners then to say, how was your day? Or how are the children doing? Or what happened at the office? You've got to talk to each other.
And we sometimes fight, but it's not fighting each other, it's fighting for what we believe should happen. And people used to joke about it and say, but Des and Dawn fight. But the answer is that we examined the issues together. We took them apart, we worked it out, how to do it, and then we did it, and it worked.
You've got to share the real important values in life. Don't give that up too easily. It's worth fighting for. There's so many glitches that happen in marriages. And just keep going, and it'll alles sal regkom.
My favorite word in South Africa is simple. Sukuma.
Laid back, se seng sa se sa hlale Roodepoort na ikokwa bokwa kuse Roodepoort wahlangana nami e-training ngiphume eBioscope eColosia. So ngifumana ndise courage ngidla ipie. Wathi ngimhlephulele ipie. Ka decide ukuthi ngimnike yona yonke. Wathi no, siyishare. Ngingakwazi ufuna ushare nami ipie yami. Well, ultimately, ke saze sayishare ke. Wathi coincidentally nami ngivele Roodepoort. So says I came from the station, it was Roodepoort then. Le bayibize Horizon manje. Nahlukana endleleni kanti ineighbor yethu. From there we took it from there up to now. He was not such a fast somebody. He wouldn't show ukuthi romantic kangako. But he was so calm. He would make me feel so blushy. Ne comments nyana zakhe, you see. Ukuthi I like you when you smile, when you talk, things like that. But then I still had my TC. Uska bona sex na meno ya. Na rata le meno aga. All the time ebefuna ukuthi gibe seduze kwakhe. Ebesebenza kude. He was teaching every day for mina ngihlala pheka eRoodepoort. Every weekend ebeba khona. Every weekend. We used to spend weekends together. We fika Friday mara fikela kokwa. Sunday back to Free State, Friday Fort. Elo up and down until we were together. Nasesiloko sihamba ke simane siya eBhayisikophu besivizithela nakwa brother wakhe Phetheni kakhulu. So a mistake came up. Yena ngokwakhe wayezireport ekhaya. Washo ukuthi I made a mistake. Njalo ke. The Masokas came ekhaya. Umalumame belakile bekhona from Queenstown. Kwaba nguye ke negotiations nabakwa Masoka. But it was not a white wedding. It was a traditional wedding. Ukuthi kuyalotshola kuyahlatshiswa kwishinkomo into efana nale. Later thina ke we decided ukuthi sizele kwa commissioner siyosaya. Utata ebingumuntu o strict. I mean he is still strict namanje. And abantwana bakhe there's one thing, abantwana bakhe bebathanda. Engafuna uba next ngabantwana bakhe. Every evening webafaka ebath apho sasingena ibath enkulu aboleza amazenge. Pour water faka zonke in the bath yabahlamba for the evening. Fake night dress pajamas. Go and sleep. Then they enjoy every moment of it under all the hardships mare. Then enjoy bengthanda. Because all the time we used to pray. Uyazila ekhaya kwaMasoka. Nasiphuma siya dropping siyathandaza. Nasibuya siyathandaza. Nasidla siyathandaza, nasilala siyathandaza, nasivuka siyathandaza. So ngibona ukuthi iyo lonto esenze ukuthi sibe successful. Ngangifunda isikolo kakhulu eDurban, high school. Ngaba ne-friends, I made friends a lot eDurban. Kanti u-father-in-law naye ebethanda ukuthi abaseDurban abantwana bakhe. Naye especially ubaba babakashele eDurban. So kwafumana ukuthi kusidevelop long ukuthi siyithanda iDurban soyi-two. Ezi trips zaseDurban senze ukuthi manje yazi ngizawuthini. Ukuthi sibumbane nokudlula before. Like ukuthi a bond manje itsho njalo. It has bonded us more stronger. Siyathanda ukuthi noba mhlambe sikhe sakwathiselana. Sixolelane. Silungise ngespeed. Not for the whole day. And you can't sleep nayo, asilali nayo. Funeka nasuka petafuleni siye ekamoreni. There should be peace. Tomorrow sivuka singabantu abatsha. New page. Don't hide anything from each other. Uzabona nizophila calmly kamani.
Respect ke rutilwe ke bona batswadi baka le nnete. So most of the time ke learn out from ho bona dintho tse ke bona ka bona. Ka mokgwa ba ratanang ka teng, ka mokgwa ba tshepanang ka teng, ka mokgwa ba bolelanang nnete ka teng. Le nna ke fitsetsa ho yena ngwanona wa ka ke batla mo ruta jwala be le yona respect e ke inheritleng from my parents. Or le yena di relationship tsa hae kapa relationship ya hae a khona ho succeed lo sustain relationship ya hae.
Ndingathetha ukuthi nje ufuneka nivane ene nibe nenyaniso, nibe free food. Admit now wrong, uvuma uthi angirong uxolisa. Don't tell lies.
Lenyalo la batswadi ba ka hey ibile mohlolo mo bophelong ba ka hore ke ithutile ntho tse ngata ka bona. Hlompho ke ntho ya pele le lerato le kutlwano nje mo family. O qabana o teng mara lo tshwarelana ke ntho e leng re phela ka tsona every time. So di ngagile ke le so ke ithutile ntho tse ngata haholo ka tsona ka batswadi ba ka.
It's very, very important to be a friend. Kakul, you should be a friend, your wife, your sister, your mentor, a shoulder to cry upon. Akekho omnye nguye. Nami ngiyazi ukuthi nguye yena. Nekhona is my friend, brother, husband, father to my children, my advisor. I miss him all the time. All the time. And he knows that too. And then he misses me all the time. Noma ngifikela ngabavakasilele uzawuthumela athi itazobona ku-TV ukuba baleka style kuthi mahambe sihlale siyi-2. That's how we live.
We were introduced to each other via a friend. I'd known Leanne many years through the church, and Diane had known Leanne many years through the working environment. And Leanne played Cupid, and she decided, well, she's going to get us two together. I was working in East London. Diane was working in Port Elizabeth. Diane came up to East London. We met for the first time. We arranged a meeting at a coffee shop. As nervous as heck.
You couldn't even drink your coffee, what you mean?
Hands sweating, perspiring.
Something like now.
Yeah. And we said our goodbyes, and we carried on communicating, and the relationship strengthened to a point where we would see each other a lot more often. And then the Lord laid on my heart, this is my wife to be.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked her to marry me. I didn't even have an engagement ring.
You cooked the most divine meal, and then you went down
And from then on, it just went from better to better to better. And then we were married in May.
I won't forget that whole fluttery experience when I pushed the button to say, okay, God, now it's really in your hands. Now I have no clue. I actually want to run away, put my head under a blanket because I felt so shy doing that as well. As much as what I'm known to be bold and brave, this is something completely different. This is my life. This is maybe setting myself up to be made a fool of, but not at all. God knew exactly what he was doing.
When the Lord lays on your heart, this is your life partner. It's not an external feeling. It's something inside that you will feel, and you'll do anything to get to that person or be in that person's company. I mean, when your marriage is anointed by God, you can't go wrong. We met in October. We were engaged in November, very, very quick. And then the end of November, beginning of December, Diane was transferred to Johannesburg from Port Elizabeth. I was still in East London.
I met Mark knowing that sometime or other I'm going to need to move to Joburg. It was tough. I did cling to my faith, but I had a good support system as well. We prayed and we asked God, because you must understand at that time to get a transfer from East London to Joburg for the company we worked for, it was not something that would happen very easy. So yes, believed it would happen. Lord, please make it hurry, hurry, hurry up. You know, as humans, we know we must wait, but sometimes we don't. He got the call. He phoned me. I said to him, no, can't be, not this fast. It doesn't work like this. This is a utility. It cannot be. You must have heard wrong. And he kept on saying to me, no, it's real. And I then believed it, because you must also know when you're apart from each other, you've got to build yourself stronger. You've got to not prepare for the worst, but you've got to prepare to stand alone and to stand strong, because as much as what you connected, it's different than having someone in the room that you can just grab and say, yay, it's happened. When it actually hit me, it was absolute elation. I could do nothing at work properly. It was incredible to know that all the scripture we got that God had given us, it was true, it was real, and it was going to happen, and not when we thought, in months and months' time, in weeks it happened, and it's a testimony to God's goodness. It was absolutely amazing.
It's the pure excitement to know that you are with your partner. It's when you come home from work and you've had a bad day and you realize you're home. Just that pure excitement.
One of the big reasons I believe that the Lord brought us into the Gauteng area is that we could become involved with prayer ministry. He had prayer ministry, because what we've learned from them and the example that they've set for us, it is incredible. We would never have met a lot of the wonderful people we've met if we didn't come up here.
Yeah.
It's definitely destined to do that. The type of stuff we do together now, I mean, we'd never come here. You know, we'd never be dancing like we're dancing now if we didn't come here. So it's just amazing how your life gets plotted for you as well.
Originally, Diane came in alone for her free lesson. She maybe came once or twice to come and find out and to come and try it out, but she really wanted her husband to come with.
She said to me, you must come and dance. I said, I'm not dancing now, I've got 2 left feet. They don't work together.
So eventually we got him convinced and she got him convinced to come for classes.
And then the 3rd lesson, she says, just come and have a look at it and see how it goes. And I came the 3rd lesson and we've been coming together ever since. And I'm enjoying it because why? We are able to spend quality time with each other. We mess around in the class because we have fun.
With Mark and I, we cannot be serious all the time. It's actually amazing that we've been sitting still for so long. Well, I've been sitting still so long.
They have these cute little moments where they make a joke with each other, or they'll be like, oh, you're going to stay at home next time because you're making too many mistakes. But it's pure fun.
As part of a marriage, and to keep it new, one needs to identify different things that you can start doing, different boundaries that you can start pushing. And one of those boundaries is to do something that both of you cannot do at all.
When you take that step and you push your own boundaries, the accomplishment thereafter, I think, is a lot of rewarding, not just for myself, pushing my boundaries where I had 2 left feet and I couldn't dance.
Having read a bit on the history of what dancing does for your body, your soul, and your mind, it's a good way to become real, to be able to laugh at ourselves. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, then there's really something wrong in your whole psyche. And this keeps us humble as well, because we might be good in our careers, but when it comes to dancing, it's not a chance. We rag each other continuously about how we did or what we didn't do that night.
I'm getting enjoyment out of dancing. I'm pleasing her at the same time because she's happy that we're doing it together. And at the same time, it's also bringing us together as well, because when you're working, both of you are working, one is this side, one's that side. We do live in a rat race. Every opportunity you've got to be together makes a big difference. If I can use a scenario, take a cup of coffee. If you just have the water, the coffee, the sugar and the milk in separate jars, they each have their own taste, but combine them together, you get a different flavor out of it. So I think as a couple doing things together, you get a different flavor. And by doing different things, you get a different flavor in your relationship each and every day.
Well said.